Hey guys, I am MG, and today I'll be looking at The Avengers, which is a 2012 American superhero film that is based on the comics with the same name, which is about Nick Fury recruiting a team of Avengers to stop Loki from taking over the world. And it was directed by Joss Whedon, who also wrote the script as well. However, why don't we stop arguing and start reviewing right now? Holy script, this film was awesome. It might just be my favorite film that I have reviewed by far, because to be honest, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Maybe the post-credit scene was a bit unnecessary, like I don't see the point of it, and maybe not every single joke works, like the Mother Drape scene, but everything else was just so well executed. The action is enticing as script, especially the helicarrier attack and the climax. The other fights were fun as well, but these are the moments where you truly feel that sense of danger that the heroes are facing. It's not like you don't feel it in those other fights, but this is where the plot gets more serious, and this is where the action is at its best. Which is also elevated immensely by Alan Silvestri's amazing music. This is one of the best scores I've ever heard that manages to create all of the emotions it's trying to make, whether that would be heroic, hopeless, terrifying, fun, and much more. The visual effects look really stunning, and for a film that's 13 years old, it's astounding how none of these special effects look dated in the slightest. Joss Whedon outshines in both his directing and writing skills, with his directing having a lot of cool shots, especially that one take in a climax. There were a couple of weird shaky cam shots, but otherwise, his directing was great, and his writing was very tight. All of the interactions between the characters were incredibly written, and the conflict between all the Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D. between each other was really interesting. And I admire that the film decided to include the theme of trust and unfairness, which makes this film stick out a lot more. And the characters were really great as well. All of the Avengers were incredibly endearing, with my favorite one being Bruce Banner. This is a character that was so boring in The Incredible Hulk, but here, he is much more riveting, and I think that's thanks to Mark Ruffalo's performance. He is unbelievably good as Bruce, managing to make him shy, comedic, upset, and he steals the screen every time there's a scene with him. And I think the character himself was really compelling. I got invested in his conflict about being a Hulk much more, because he seems to be much more bothered by it, and Ruffalo plays a huge part in that as well. Tony Stark was still as enjoyable as ever, with Robert Downey Jr. being very charismatic, while also having serious scenes with him that were really engaging and felt natural for his character. And I really like his relationship with Steve, who have a lot of fun interactions, while also having tense moments between each other that were just outstanding. And Steve himself was a really likable character, with a compelling performance from Chris Evans, who gives his character more emotions that benefit him a lot. So, that's great. Black Widow and Hawkeye were pretty nice as well, who have a lot of fun interactions with the Avengers, and both Scarlett Johansson and Jeremy Renner were still very natural in their acting. Thor was even more delightful to follow than before, with a really strong performance from Chris Hemsworth, and a very nice relationship with Loki. Oh yeah, speaking of Loki, he's terrifying, which is mainly thanks to Tom Hiddleston's sinister as hell performance that enhanced the character's malevolence even more than before. Nick Fury had a lot of solid moments, and was quite awesome in all of his action scenes. But my favorite character in the whole film is Phil Coulson. I just really like him here, mainly because of how genuine he feels, while also being unintentionally funny, especially around Captain America. And I got quite sad when he died. Like, that was really effective, especially since that is compounded towards all of the Avengers, that motivates them to work together and save the world. But on top of the serious stuff, this film also provides a lot of funny moments, like when Hulk punches Thor, or pretty much anything with the Hulk, who looks a lot better by the way, than that other MCU film. Or when Loki just casually kills someone, when violins are playing in the background. And every time the characters banter each other, it's really amusing to watch for me. So overall, this film is easily the best MCU film to come out in Phase 1, and it holds up really well several years later, with its exciting action, endearing characters, strong story, and other great aspects. So go ahead and watch it, and you will have a wonderful time, no doubt about that. 9.7 out of 10. Goodbye everyone, and thank you for watching. Bye!